Good morning, dear cadets. So I am in the chapter number 2, and that is nutrition in animal. So study some of the things related with the nutrition in animal I have already completed. Now today I am going to teach you the digestive system of human beings. Of human beings. Okay. So just see, we are the most advanced animal of this universe. So our digestive system is also special. So the first question arises here, what is digestive system? So actually system means what? Try to understand. Body is made up of cells. When similar type of cells group together, they form tissues. When similar types of tissues group together, they form organ. When similar functioning organ come close to each other, they work closely, they form organ system. When many organ system work in tandem, tandem means synchronization of effort, that is called body. So body is made up of organ system. Like in our body, many organ system is there: digestive system, reproductive system, respiratory system, coordination system. There are so many types of system in our body. Digestive system is one of the system of our body. Okay. So what first question arises here, what is the digestive system? So the digestive system is system of organs. Like just see, in digestive system various types of organs are there. What are the organs? Esophagus is there. Then what is there? Stomach is there. Small intestine, large intestine, and so many organs are there. So first thing is, it is the system of organs. Now question arises here, what are they doing? So the system of organs responsible for getting food into and out of the body and making use of food to keep the body healthy is known as digestive system. So just see, digestive system is the system of the body which is responsible for taking in food and taking in and out of the, means taking food in and out of the body. Taking in means we are taking food through our mouth, isn't it? Now we are chewing there, it is getting digested, and now through excretory system it is getting out. So the digestive system is the system of body which is responsible for the taking food in and out of the body, and not only this one, making use of food to keep us healthy. So the system is, digestive system is basically doing two things. Number one, taking in food. Okay. Second one, digesting the food. Correct. What is the third one thing? Digesting the food. And the third one thing is, after digestion, what are there in the food? Different types of nutrients are there. So making use of that nutrients to keep ourselves healthy. This is the three function digestive system is doing. Okay. So once again, what is the digestive system? Digestive system is nothing but a system of organ which is responsible for taking food in and out of the body and making use of food to keep us healthy is known as digestive system. Actually, in digestive system basically two things are included. Number one is the alimentary canal and second one is the digestive glands. In our body basically three digestive glands are there. What are those digestive glands? First one, the salivary gland. Next one is pancreas. Third one is the liver. Liver is the largest gland in human body. So what we can say, digestive system is the system which consisted of alimentary canal and digestive glands. Okay. Now question arises here, what is the alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is the long tube like structure which starts right from our mouth and gets end at anus. So it is a long tubular structure. What is this one? Long tubular structure, correct? And it has got various parts. So what are the different parts of alimentary canal? Buccal cavity, that is mouth. Second one is the food pipe or esophagus. Third one is the stomach. Fourth one is the small intestine. Fifth one is the large intestine. Sixth one is rectum, and the last one is the anus. So basically alimentary canal, this is also known as digestive tract. What is this one? Here I am writing. This is also known as digestive tract. TRACT, digestive tract. This is another name of alimentary canal. So this alimentary canal is basically divided into 6 compartments, 6 parts. What are the 6 parts? Buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. So these are the different parts of alimentary canal. Okay. And now try to understand here. Just see, I will show you one animated video. Then you will come to know the functioning of alimentary canal. Nevertheless, before proceeding towards the animation, what is there? I will write the digestive glands name. Okay, so what are the digestive glands which are associated with the human digestive system? So these are the name of 3 glands which are associated with the digestive system. If they do not function properly, then digestive system will be disturbed and human being will fall sick. Salivary gland, liver and pancreas. Actually the function of salivary gland is to secrete the saliva in the mouth. And just see, when chew food, then what is there? At that time saliva get mixed with the food, and digestion of food gets started from the mouth itself, okay, with the secretion of saliva. Next one is the liver. Liver is a very important digestive gland. It secretes bile juice that helps in the digestion of fats. Okay, so this is, you might have heard about the bile juice, biliverdin, bilirubin. These are the bile juices. In higher class you will study, but right now what is there? Liver secretes bile juice which helps in the digestion of fats. Okay, pancreas is another important digestive gland. It secretes insulin and that digests the glucose. And if insulin secretion is not there, then in our body the sugar level will increase, and what is there? We may fall sick due to diabetes. Okay, nowadays what is there? Diabetic person number is increasing. That is due to lack of secretion of insulin. Okay, India is the abode of hypertension and diabetes. So in diabetes what is there? This particular part, pancreas, does not work. Okay, means it does not secrete insulin. Okay, so to get more idea about the human digestive system, let us see one video, then you will come to know. Okay, so this is the parts of human digestive system. Okay, now their diagram you have to make. This diagram you have to make. First one is mouth, salivary glands, pharynx, esophagus, okay, liver, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas. Okay, pancreas, then what is there? Liver, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, anus. So their diagram you have to make. Okay, neat and label diagram.
The human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and the associated glands. The food we take passes through alimentary canal, which can be divided into various parts, which are buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, ending in the rectum and anus. These parts together form the digestive tract. The alimentary canal begins with the mouth that leads to mouth cavity or buccal cavity. The buccal cavity consists of teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. Human beings have 2 sets of teeth in their lifetime. The first set of teeth grows during infancy and falls off at the age between 6 to 8 years. These are termed as milk or deciduous or temporary teeth. The second set that replaces the temporary teeth are the permanent or adult teeth. The permanent teeth are 32 in numbers and may last throughout life or fall off during old age. This type of dentition is called dipyodont. Permanent teeth are of 4 different types. These are incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Hence, heterodont dentition is found in human beings. The arrangement of teeth in each half of the upper and lower jaw is represented by a dental formula. In human, it is represented as 2-1, 2-3 by 2-1, 2-3. That is, 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 3 molars in each half of the upper jaw, and 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 3 molars in each half of the lower jaw. Each tooth consists of 2 parts, crown and root. The crown is part of tooth we see in our mouth. The root of the tooth is planted into the jawbone to keep the tooth steady while it is working. Each tooth is made up of 3 layers: enamel, dentine and pulp. Enamel is a hard protective outer layer covering the crown of the tooth. It helps in the mastication of food. Dentine is a second protective layer covering the nerve of the tooth. Pulp is the soft middle of the tooth that has a blood supply and nerve. Tongue is a fleshy muscular organ attached at the back to the floor of the mouth cavity. It is free at the front and can be moved in all directions. The upper portion of tongue has small projections called papillae. It has taste buds that sense different tastes of food.
But some of my teeth do not look so nice. They have some dark color spaces also.
Dental cavities or dental caries is the most familiar disorder which we face in day-to-day life. dental cavities are formed when sugar-containing food combines with the bacteria present in our mouth. These bacteria, after combining with sugars, produce acids. The bacteria form a layer called plaque, which begins to accumulate on the teeth after each meal. If the plaque is not removed regularly, tooth decay will take place. Cavity can be treated by removing the decayed part of the tooth. A drill device is used to remove the decay and prepare tooth for refilling with the appropriate material. Digestion is a complex process involving ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and ingestion. Food is taken into the body through the mouth. The process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. Digestion of carbohydrates like starch begins in buccal cavity. The buccal cavity helps in chewing and swallowing of food. Fluid called saliva is secreted by the salivary glands. Food is broken into smaller molecules and mixed thoroughly with saliva and moved around the mouth while chewing by the teeth and muscular tongue. Mucus in saliva lubricates and adheres the food particles into a bolus. The saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase that breaks down starch, which is a complex carbohydrate, to give sugar. The bolus then passes into the pharynx and then into the esophagus by swallowing. The bolus passes down through the esophagus by wave of contractions called peristalsis. The bolus now enters the stomach. The walls of stomach have gastric glands, which secrete enzymes, HCl, and water. The various secretions by stomach cells chemically digest the bolus. Active pepsin converts proteins into proteoses and peptones. Food remains in the stomach for about 3 to 4 hours and changes into chyme. Chyme moves into small intestine. Small intestine is a coiled tube about 7 meters long. Food remains in the small intestine for about 3 to 5 hours for digestion and absorption. Upper part of small intestine is called duodenum. Duodenum is acted upon by secretion from 3 sources: liver, pancreas, and the intestinal glands. Liver is a reddish-brown, largest gland in the body, situated on the right side of the body below the chest region. Bile is the greenish-yellow fluid secreted by the liver. It is stored in the gallbladder. Pancreas is a large whitish-colored gland situated behind the stomach. Its secretion consists of starch-digesting amylase, protein-digesting trypsin, and fat-digesting lipases. Duodenum receives secretion from the liver via gallbladder, that is, bile and pancreatic juice from the pancreas through a duct. Inner lining of small intestine contains glands which secrete the intestinal juice. Therefore, these juices consist of amylases, trypsin, and lipases. Amylase acts on starch, which remains undigested by the salivary amylase, converting it into maltose. Trypsin converts proteins into peptides, while lipase converts fats into fatty acids and glycerol. The semi-digested food thus formed enters the next part of small intestine, the ileum. by the action of peptidases, and maltose is broken down into glucose by maltase. Absorption of substances takes place in different parts of the alimentary canal, but maximum absorption occurs in small intestine. Various nutrients like carbohydrates and proteins are absorbed by the walls of the small intestine. In order to increase the inner surface area for absorption of the digested food, inner lining of the small intestine contains a large number of tiny finger-like projections called villi. Each villus has a network of thin and small blood vessels close to its surface so as to pass the amino acids and glucose to the blood system and the fatty acids to lymph vessels. The undigested and unabsorbed substances are passed on to the large intestine. Large intestine is about 1.5 meters long and consists of 3 regions: the cecum, the colon, and the rectum. Cecum is a small blind pouch at the junction of the small and large intestines. The colon is much wider than the small intestine and is about 1 meter long. Rectum is a large part, about 15 centimeter long. It opens at the anus. Anus has a circular muscle wall to keep it closed. Relaxation of this muscle allows the anus to open in order to pass out the bowel. In the large intestine, absorption of some water, minerals, and certain drugs takes place. It also secretes mucus, which helps in adhering the waste particles together and lubricating it for an easy passage. The absorbed substances finally reach the tissues. This process is called assimilation. The undigested, unabsorbed substances called feces enters into the cecum of the large intestine through a valve, which prevents the backflow of the fecal matter. It is temporarily stored in the rectum till defecation. The digestive wastes in the rectum initiate a neural reflex causing an urge for its removal. The fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. This is called egestion.
So okay dear cadets, that was long video, but entire digestion process they have explained beautifully. Now tomorrow all digestion processes I will explain you on blackboard, don't worry, but try to understand those processes. With the help of animation we can understand in better way. That is why I have shown you that video, and clarity was also there. Okay, so in this way, now today's duration is over. Now note down some question. What is digestive system? Okay, you have to write their answer. What is alimentary canal? Name its different parts. Name digestive glands. Draw neat and level diagram of human digestive system. So these question answer you should write, and as far as the diagram is concerned, in the textbook also it is given, and if it is not given, with the help of that video you can make it. Okay, tomorrow digestion processes I will explain you. Okay, thank you.